fuck it, I'm out of here. So. Yeah, there was going to be, I don't know how we're getting at the subject about the Snyder films and Ben Affleck's Batman. Yeah, I did see the image where somebody released behind-the-scene images of Henry Cavill as Superman with a mustache. I wish they would have kept it in. I mean, he was buried in a coffin for a while, and I don't know why they just weren't like, where did the mustache come from? He'd be like, I'm buried in a coffin for a while. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was removed, like additional lore to the Flash film, the Flash character, Aquaman, Cyborg, and a lot of it was like taken out of the film. Like the Flash deleted scene where he saves Iris. I wish they would have kept that in. I think that would have been a great moment in the film where he realizes that he could be a hero by saving people. They should have kept it in my opinion. The Aquaman stuff, I'm kind of happy they did remove it, because with the film Aquaman, it got to make more, interesting stories, So, yeah. So, it kind of saddens me and bums me out that they did it, but hopefully with the new Batman films, I could do something new. So, anyway. Yep. No, I haven't watched Justice League, even though I bought it on DVD for $9. I haven't watched the Justice League films. I don't really want to see it, because once you watch it, you're like, if you watch it once, you're like, I know what's gonna happen in this film. I wasn't really too happy with the film. When I saw it in theaters, I was happy, but once it processed of what I saw, I was just like, this film was not that good. It wasn't that good of a film. It wasn't really I don't know how in the hell did we go from the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batman to this Snyder, Affleck, Frank Miller-esque type Batman to Batman that smiles, that makes jokes, that's so friendly and outgoing. Batman. It just made me go if they needed that version of Batman, why did they just go let's get George Clooney to play Batman again? I don't know where they went with this. I hope to God that Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves' Batman is done right. They need to get the character if my version of Batman, I want the Batman from the Batman Hush era. I want that version of Batman who is serious, who's sort of closed off from outsiders but lets people that he's close to in, who can beat the shit out of Superman, then help save Superman by going like, look up there, there's Lois. Oh, she's been let go by Catwoman, she's fallen, so you have time to save her. If you don't, then you're an idiot. I like that version of Batman. That was a funny fucking scene where he did that. Then he and Catwoman, of course, punched out Poison Ivy, which was brilliant, because that bitch deserved it. It just... It bugs me to... It just bugs me a lot, because they could have done with Ben Affleck's Batman. They could have made an established Batman that has Nightwing, Oracle, Robin, Red Hood, sorry. Robin in this one should have been Tim Drake. Then they got Red Hood. They got Spoiler, or in my idea, Stephanie Brown as Batgirl, and you have Catwoman. You could have had that, but instead, we got Ben Affleck Batman. They could have done that, but they didn't. With that, they could have done several films. They could have done a lot of good films. They could have done spin-off films. They could have had, a Red Hood film where it would have been Jason Todd going after Killer Croc or something. I don't know. They could have had him go after somebody. You could have had Nightwing. A Nightwing film. But Tim Drake as his sidekick, Tim Drake helping him, take down somebody. Riddler, They could have done a lot of cool shit with Batman. They could have had like a Batman universe. People got tired of the Justice League, they could go Batman. DC should have been prepared for these films. Instead of we're getting Zack Snyder. Who have nothing against Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's a good director. Is he a Michael Bay type director? Yeah, he is really good with visual stuff, I like visual directors. I think they do a great job. They make a lot of memorable scenes. But they're not good at the story execution, unfortunately. They're not good with the storyline outline of what films should be. Do I think he would have done a great job with his Justice League films? I think he would have done great. I just wouldn't see it after the second one, finding out Batman's gonna fucking die in the film. I'd be like, fuck that, I ain't seeing it. It's like, why would you kill your most important character? A character that is, basically keeping Warner Brothers alive. Who is your basic centerpiece next to Bugs Bunny. Here's the thing. Snyder should have stayed in his own lane. He should have focused on Superman. If you didn't want to direct the second Superman film and you want to do Dark Knight Returns, you should have gotten Matthew Vaughn to be like, hey dude, direct Superman 2, I'm going to go do Batman with Ben Affleck. That's what should have been done. But instead you combined two films into like something that people got disappointed in. When people got disappointed, you're like, that wasn't the entire cut. Instead, you put out the extended version, which is basically the version I saw in theaters, except longer, with scenes that made no fucking sense, until I had to like watch the film all over again and be like, got it. It just bugs me. Like, I like Man of Steel. It was a good film. It deserved a proper sequel instead of for cramming in, Batman and Superman. We were doing the death of Superman meets the Dark Knight Returns. And you kill off Superman after one fucking film. which his death really wasn't even that sad or heartbreaking. It was just basically like, shit. Then you turn around and be like, that wasn't Darkseid. I mean, Doomsday, sorry. That wasn't Doomsday. It got to the point where I watched this film, Dawn of Justice, and I'm just like, what was the point of this film? And soon after, you do Suicide Squad. I've done multiple episodes about that film of how much I hate that film. Which basically, hold on. Let me find. If I ever got into like an argument with a movie, let me find a scene. This is one of my favorite scenes of all time in a comedy film. To lighten the mood. I hate these commercial ads. I don't even have ads for my videos on YouTube, which, by the way, you could check out, and please subscribe while you're at it. Alright. Here's the video. This is, if I ever had an argument with a movie that can talk, which would be like that one movie with Macaulay Culkin with the talking books. Page Master, that's it. This would be me in Suicide Squad in an argument.
I hate you more! If hate work people, I beat China!
I have to play that again. That's pretty funny.
I hate you more! If hate work people, I beat China!
That would be me in Suicide Squad in an argument. Because I hate that fucking movie at times. It's pretty bad when you have... The best part of that movie was the Flash's cameo. And the one part I hate the most is how they ruined Batman in that film. It really makes no sense. Even as a comic book fan, it makes no sense. If